I feel like with everyone's kendama journey, especially people who have had the chance to become sponsored by a company, the ways that people become sponsored can be really different from
Mm.
case to case. And there's a lot of people out there who are always asking like how, when they're young and they want to be on a team or they want to be sponsored, they're always asking like, what's the deal? What's the process? How does it happen? So Edwin, again, going through, Fritz, Analog, Deal With It, Chrome 365. Let's go one at a time, and I just like you to touch upon the process of you becoming a sponsored player. So Fritz, you went to a jam, you met the owner, stayed at his house. He's like, "Hey, here's opportunity." And
Yeah.
then after that, Analog, you
They
were
approached
already
you.
seshing. Yeah, you must have been a highly skilled individual at that point to have someone come to you.
Yeah, at that point I was doing pretty good, like they were concerned about my followers actually. She's like, you only have like 350, 400 followers, so like we hope that number picks up and like
Oh,
here's the DAMA, like
Oh,
it was
damn.
kind of like yeah, kind of deal. And they but that it did pick up fast, and at the time me and Ben Harold was doing the whole 28 goons later,
Mm.
and me and him were going back and forth heavy on Lake
wow.
Goons,
Yeah.
and that was in the analog days was when I started really expanding with my jug Lake Goons and things like
Okay.
that. And then I eventually kind of like I was on analog for almost a year, something like that. He really he got me to MKO, my first MKO where I met D Westy, and
Wow.
my first MKO I got top 9 at the comp, which was
Nice.
super exciting. I was super stoked on that.
I think
And
that's when I met you the first time too. You were wearing
yep,
the yellow Chrome sweater, I remember.
yeah, I was.
Deal. So almost a year, but then deal with it.
Yeah, right.
Becomes your
So
sponsor.
yeah, I did actually really well at MK. I was really stoked. I did much better than I had ever done in any competition like that.
Mm.
And it
Mm.
was MKO, so it
Yeah.
was
It's
huge.
huge, dude.
And
Yeah.
Caleb Jeffries, I've known this guy since the first Sakura I went to when I was like 13.
Yeah.
And he, like he approached me on Instagram and was like, "Hey man, send me a paragraph, just being like, hey, we'd love to have you on the team." And I accepted the offer. It was huge. Deal with it. Like, I mean, it's just a big name. Everybody knows Deal with it. And
Dang.
at the time, it was just like, man, they're doing a lot for their sponsored players. I feel like
Yeah.
it was fat offer.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go. I accepted it. Hit up Analog. They were upset. They were
Mm.
super upset there for a minute and
Okay. Okay. So you. Yeah.
whatnot. But we ended up working with Deal With It there for a while. They were just kind of sending me light damas, and I think they helped me out with the flight, something like that, to get to I can't remember what event it was. It could have been it could have been my first NIKO, I believe. Yeah,
Oh.
which is
Okay.
where Chrome approached me. Fonz and Jake Fisher, those guys actually like got me in a car separately and drove me around the block and
Oh.
had a chat with me.
Were you scared or excited?
I mean, I was nervous, but all I could do was smile.
Let's say
These
they put
guys
the
were just,
bag on your head or they
My
fucking.
gosh. Yeah. Use that. That's why they made that chrome tape. Everybody when they
oh,
kidnap
dude.
people.
That's what the
When they
Chrome
kidnap
tape's for.
players. Yeah.
Oh man, dude, yeah. I mean, I thought it was just so funny because they were just being nerds. They were just like, so we like really want somebody on a team, and we think that person like it would be really cool if that person was you, and like,
Sure.
and they were just kind of that was kind of the thing, and I was like, let's go, like let's do it. Chrome is that's like crazy, like I cried. It was huge. And so they wanted some time, and I was like, take however much time you guys want to announce a player,
Okay. Yeah.
they sent me a package bigger than I had ever gotten before. It was just Chrome Pop galore, with a
Yeah.
bunch of other stuff. They were working on the plasticity, so I got those like before they released, which was like crazy to me. And yeah, that was kind of
Dang.
I don't know. That was a whole game changer. And that
Yeah.
at the time when my wrist was really messed up, I was skateboarding a lot, and I really started to like consider quitting skateboarding because I was messing my wrist up. and that's when I started playing Switch more. And
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, it kind of went from there. I was on Chrome longer than I'd been on any other company besides 365. They were the first one that really like I grew really close with those guys. We traveled a lot together and had a lot of really, I got some great memories with those fools.